So Doug and Cindy, welcome to Help Me Help Mama 5cast. And today we're going to be talking about how did this come to your attention? And specifically, how did mom's decline in health or perceived decline in health come to your attention? You know, you may have noticed it, and it may be obvious. Like my mom had a stroke, and it didn't take a medical expert to see that, oh, she's had a stroke, she needs some massive help from now on out. I mean, it just boom, she had a stroke, and it came to my attention pretty obviously. Cindy's mom, on the other hand, declined very slowly, and you begin to perceive it in stages, right?
Absolutely. Just noticing the things that she had done in the past that she was no longer doing. Her driving habits were changing, eating habits were changing, medication, not taking her medications. And I didn't live next door to her, and most of you probably don't live next door to your parents.
Some of you live 5 states away, so
Exactly.
It's just hard to know.
We've talked about what to look for, so you know what to look for. The thing is, if you're 5 states away and you talk to her on the phone, or if you do FaceTime, she may be able to pull off a good show for 5 or 10 minutes, and you may not recognize that anything's going on. However, she may have neighbors that you talk to, and
so who have you heard? I mean, why are we having this conversation? Is it your mom's neighbor called you? Did they call you and say, hey, saw your mom out in the street in front of her house, she looked lost, and so I helped her back in, or I saw her in the grocery store and where she goes every week of her life, and she didn't know how to get home. Right. Or maybe one of the local siblings, if you have local siblings local to mom, or maybe local relatives have called you and say, something's going on with mom. I think she's not able to do something as well, or she generally looks lost, or I was over at her house and things looked different from what they normally do. So this is one thing that, I know a lot of people struggle initially with, is there really something going on? And like Cindy said, especially if you live at a distance, it's hard to know because you call them on the phone. Mom's everything all right? Yeah. Everything's going all right. So
one clue is look in the refrigerator if you're there, or have someone else, because if there's a lot of food that's been in there for a while, maybe outdated or fast food, not any fresh fruits, not any fresh vegetables, you'll notice that mom's eating habits are changing. She may not be getting hydrated like she needs to be. My mom did that. She used to have a cup of water everywhere she went. One in the bathroom, one in the kitchen, one in the living room. There was water everywhere, cups of water. And toward the end, it was like we almost had to force her to drink liquids. She had to get different flavors that she really liked to keep her hydrated. People from church, has she stopped going to church? Have they noticed, like, she'll pull up to church and she'll leave the car running, or pull up to church, go in and leave the lights on, and they, being an older car, maybe the lights stay on. So, it's like, okay, maybe you're starting to get this information from your siblings or mom's siblings or mom's neighbors or people from church, people in the neighborhood that you keep in touch with. So what is happening? If it's not you noticing it, it's someone else noticing it. And we talked about what to look for. So kind of start putting those together so that you can get with mom and sit down and talk about, hey mom, this is your life, but I want you to be safe because I'm concerned. And if you need help at some point down the road, I want to be there to help you. So you talk about maybe developing a plan. Go ahead and plant the seed. Sometimes moms are easy to get along with and they love to talk about things like this. And other times it's like, I take care of myself, you take care of yourself. And there's a lot of different reasons for that. It's a different topic. But if you've noticed something or someone else has noticed something, it's time to start looking at what to do about it.
So pay attention to these clues that are coming in, things that people say. If you are not where you can go by yourself and look at some of these things that Cindy mentioned, such as what's in her fridge, what's in her pantry, how does the house look like, and if you live 5 states away, probably can't do that. Maybe have a local person go and give them some specific things, some of the specifics we talked about in this video. Say, look for this, look for that, look for that, to see if everything looks okay. And you know, in some cases you have to hire a professional like a life care planner, someone like this, a geriatric care manager in your mom's area, and you may look in the Yellow Pages to find one of these. Yellow Pages, Google now, and in 20th century, yeah. So
no
you may,
Yellow Pages.
yeah, you may look and see if you can find one of those, and you know, hear back from them, and if it sounds like, yeah, mom may need some help, well, then you may want to pursue it further. So thank you for watching this video today, and we will see you again next time.